Afternoon and good evening. Welcome to the 942nd day of continuous and uninterrupted Zoom session of IFPH. Let us start today's program with a silent prayer for 1 minute.
Audible?
Thank you. Today we have with us Dr. ILAHI BUX.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, audible. MSc Physiology, MA Sociology, DHMS. Former Assistant Director, Ministry of Health, Government of Pakistan. Member, National Council for Homeopathy, NCH, Government of Pakistan. Chairman, Act and Rules Operations Committee, NCH. Former member, Task Force of Directorate of Anti-Quackery Sindh Health Care Commission. Government of Pakistan nominated as a TAC Sindh Health Care Commission. This topic is Scope of Homeopathy in context with organon of medicine, an important topic, and everybody know the importance of a constitution, that too in a written method. It's always written constitutions are very important as far as the nation is concerned. Just like that, written constitution or codes of conduct and how to act, how to react, how to respond is an important aspect as far as scientific medicine is concerned. Homeopathy is very much aware of that. That is why Hahnemann did formulated the organ of medicine. On behalf of IFPH, I am welcoming you, sir. You can have the platform for next 40 minutes. It's all to you, sir. Please proceed, sir. Yes. You can unmute now, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. I may extend many thanks to the management of the IFPH for inviting me or offering me to speak in the very continual subject of discussing the homeopathy on various aspects. The topic I have chosen is not a new one, but it is a very strange that whenever I go to the organon of medicine, I find new. There are so many aspects that become very knowledgeable, become a part of my learning whenever I go through the different edition of organon of medicine and 6th edition, especially the 6th edition of the organon of medicine. This is a very magical thing. How it has been developed and created by the Samuel Hahnemann and whoever have translated it into English. It's a very blessing and very magical thing which I have ever found. The organon of medicine is a seminal work in the field of homeopathy. It is written by the Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, who was the founder of the homeopathy. Its first edition was published in 1810, but the final and underwent through the several revisions and underwent with the revision with final 6th edition published in 1921, long after Hahnemann's death. It means the contribution is not a little, a big contribution is in this piece of creature or piece of the statement, a collection of the statement. The organon of medicine is essentially a collection of the aphorism, but we call the short statement. that outline the principles of homeopathy and practice of homeopathic. In other words, we that all the homeopathy and Hahnemann organized up till the edition, and the others have organized like in 6th edition. They are into 6 sections. These 6 segments are include number 1, principle of homeopathy. Number 2 is the administration of it. Number 3 is treatment of diseases. Number 4 is chronic disease. Number 5, the use of medicines. And number 6 is homeopathic philosophy. One can easily segmentize the organon of medicine in these 6 parts. Some of the key principles of homeopathy outlined in organon include the idea that substance causes the in healthy person used to treat similar symptoms. That's a very unique idea. That was the first time has introduced organon of medicine through it is the basis of homeopathy. It is the very basic principle. The use of highly diluted remedy, importance of individualization, treatment based on the each patient's unique symptoms and characteristics. This is just of the homeopathy, which belongs to the organon of medicine. As you know that our today's topic is not to define the organon of medicine, but to define the scope of homeopathy in context of the organon of medicine. That's why we have to go through some comprehensive things about or precisely defined things in organon of medicine. The organon has been in the development of practice of homeopathy, and today is a primary source of guidance and inspiration, including me. I always, whenever see something new, something which are not understandable to the conventional style of, I go through the organon of medicine repeatedly and find out some solution. Many aphorisms in organon discuss importance of individualizing the disease, the use of minimal dose, and concept of the vital force is also part of this organon. Hahnemann also outlines the process of taking homeopathic cases and selecting the appropriate remedy based on the patient's symptoms. It means, as we have already discussed, these 6 things are inclusive to this book and this piece of knowledge or this collection of these statements. It is considered a fundamental text in homeopathy, and it is still widely used by homeopathic practitioners today. It continues to be revised and updated to reflect new development and insight. As we have known that different translations have been appeared in the before, and they have translated differently apart from the translation of the Buri. The organon of medicine remain a key text. Either it may be translated by Boric or any other author. Key text in the field of the and is still studied as reference in homeopathy. Concept of disease and health is based on the idea of human body is an innate ability himself. Anything I am using that heal him, it means there is a something new, something other than as we read in physiology and pathology. Health is defined as a state of balance and harmony with the mind and spirit, while the disease is seen as an imbalance and disturbance in the state of equilibrium. The Tabib or practitioner of Unani medicine, and my father was Ved, and I have gone through the Ayurveda also. All these system of medicine based on the equilibrium, but they have different subtle things. Like in Ayurveda, Vat, Kapha, Pitta, and other things. Likewise in Unani, Soda, Safra, and Balgam, all these things are in balance. If these things are in balanced form, it means person retain the health. Otherwise, the person's health become a disease. In other words, the homeopathy disease is viewed as an imbalance of body's vital force. It may be noted that world force was introduced in the 6th edition of the Organon of Medicine. Up till 5th, it was unknown to the public, which is we will define in proceeding, other ongoing proceeding, which is the energy that sustained and animate all living organisms. The vital force is believed to maintain the body's natural balance. It is the first ever definition we have find in Organon of Medicine that the vital force is believed to maintain the body's natural balance. Natural balance means built-in balance. Natural balance means as it ought to be. When it is disrupted, it can lead to physical, mental, and emotional symptoms. As we have perceived in materia medica that the symptoms are within the circumference of physique, mental, and emotion. No symptom is beyond this circumference or this boundary. Homeopathy views diseases as a manifestation. It means all these symptoms, either they may be emotional, they may be mental, or they may be physical. These are the manifestation of underlying disturbance, of imbalance within the body, rather than simply a collection of symptoms to be treated. This disturbance can be caused by the variety of the factors such as environmental toxin, emotional stress, and genetical predisposition. Yes, the organon also covers the diseases we acquire in our life, in our physical life, and diseases which we have acquainted or got by the genetical process. This is the genetic predisposition. In homeopathy, the goal of treatment is not simply to suppress or eliminate the symptom, but to stimulate the body's natural healing processes and restore balance and harmony to entire symptoms. Homeopathic remedies are chosen based on the principle of like cures like, meaning that substance that causes the certain symptoms in a healthy person can be used to treat similar symptoms in the person who is unwell. It means it is the representative statement that denotes by the organ of medicine, like yours, like or similia, similibus curantur. Overall, the concept of disease and health in homeopathy emphasizes the interconnectedness of the body, mind, and spirit, and the importance of treat whole person rather than just a symptom of disease. This statement differentiates the homeopathy from the all other system of medicine prevailing in our society. Either it may be allopathy, either it may be Unani or other alternative system. According to homeopathic philosophy, disease is not simply a collection of symptoms, but rather manifestation of an underlying disturbance in the vital force. It is a new thing. These changes are going on in the vital force. What is the vital force? In our new version or in our days or in modern days, how we will define the vital force, an invisible and immaterial thing, how we will define the organ of medicine also pave the way to think over it. Therefore, the focus on treatment is not on the symptom themselves, but on the addressing the root cause of imbalance. It is a quite clear thing that root cause that underlying with the vital force is the main cause of imbalance, and that is to be corrected by the similar or through the methods which has been developed by the Hahnemann himself. In terms of health, homeopathy views it as a state of balance and harmony in the body's vital force. When the vital force is in a state of equilibrium, the body is able to function optimally and maintain good health. Otherwise, we go to be sick. We become unwell. Homeopathic remedies are selected based on their ability to stimulate the body's own healing mechanism. Here is a new thing. We have our own healing mechanism that depend upon the vital force, that depend upon our constraint or the things we have acquired genetically, and by all these encompassing all these things. They our own healing mechanism restores the balance to the vital force. It means there are many things are responsible to balance or retain the balance or in the vital force. The goal of treatment is not just to alleviate the symptoms, but to promote the overall health and well-being. I think that it is the initial aphorisms where the Hahnemann has defined in Organon of Medicine that the basic responsibility of, or the initial responsibility of the physician is to promote the health and well-being. Gently, quickly, these are the other characteristics of the well-being. In context of self-regulatory phenomena, one of the new definition or new aspect of the vital force. It is also invisible and immaterial. It is a functional thing, self-regulatory phenomena which is written in our body. Disease is viewed as disruption of body's natural self-regulatory process. It means when we become ill, it means our self-regulatory process is not working well, or is it as it ought to be. The body has innate mechanism that helps maintain the homeostasis, a state of balance. Homeostasis is a physiological terminology. So, find maintaining the balance in our body, whatsoever changes in our environment and in our body is going on, it is responsible to maintain, or it is responsible to keep in a very rightly place. And when these mechanisms are compromised, it can lead to disease. The self-regulatory system or phenomena is become compromised. It means we are going to be ill. Health, on the other hand, is seen as optimal function of these self-regulatory mechanisms when the body's self-regulatory system are working properly. It is able to maintain homeostasis and prevent disease. It means whenever we become ill, we feel that after few hours, after few days, our body regain the power to regulate its. It means there is a thing which is hidden in our body that also can regain our energies, and we retain our health automatically. It is a part of our body. It is a phenomena of our body that is, at this stage, we will call it self-regulatory system. In this view, disease is not just a result of external factors. It doesn't mean that external factors have nothing. These external factors may be pathogens or environmental toxins, but also internal factors such as stress, poor nutrition, lifestyle choices. These are the initiating factors that may disturb our regulatory system or self-regulation. These factors can disrupt our body's self-regulatory mechanism and lead to disease. The goal of treatment in context of self-regulatory phenomena is to support the body's natural healing, rather healing processes, and restore the balance to self-regulatory mechanism. This may involve lifestyle changes such as improving the diet, reducing the stress, as well as use of therapies that stimulate the body's self-regulatory mechanism, such as acupuncture, herbal medicine, and or homeopathy. All these have been discussed in Organon of Medicine. But this is not, these factors or these tricks are not to retain the balance of our vital force or equilibrium of our body, but they are helping factor to retain our health. The concept of disease and health in context of self-regulatory phenomena emphasizes the importance of understanding and supporting body's innate healing mechanism, rather just treating the symptoms or addressing the external factors. It is quite clear. It is also highlights the interconnectedness of the various aspects of health, such as physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. Self-regulatory phenomena refers, as I have already defined the self-regulatory phenomena, it refers to the body's ability to maintain its own internal balance and stability, also known as homeostasis. People also call it homeostasis. In this context, the disease is viewed as disruption of self-regulatory mechanism, leading to loss of homeostasis. According to the principles of self-regulatory phenomena, the body has its own innate healing mechanism that works to restore the balance of maintain the health. The mechanism, these mechanisms include the immune system, the nervous system, and other physiological processes that respond to stress and other environmental factors. In homeopathy, the concept of disease and health is also related to self-regulatory phenomena. Homeopathic remedies are believed to work by stimulating the body's own self-healing mechanism. Now, this is the action of the medicine, homeopathic medicine, or the similar factors we are inducing as a remedies. These remedies stimulate our body's own self-healing mechanism. It means these are not directly affecting our organs These are not directly penetrating in our cells, but they are stimulating the body's own self-healing mechanism. That's why we are using a remedy, namely X, for headache, for stomachache, for other, so many diseases, so many symptoms, ailing symptoms. We are choosing our medicine on the basis of similia principle, not on the basis of the physiological disruption or conventional physiological disruption. Homeopathic remedies are believed to work stimulating the body's own self-healing mechanism, helping to restore balance and promote the homeostasis. When the vital force is disrupted, it can lead to physical, mental, and emotional symptoms. Homeopathy aims to address the underlying disturbance in the vital force by selecting the remedies that are specific to that individual's unique symptoms overall state of health. Our selection method is also defined in Organon of Medicine. How to select? It is being selected on the basis of the what picture is manifesting the patient in the form of symptoms, in the form of feelings, in the form of behavior. The goal of treatment in homeopathy is to support the body's own self-regulatory system, promoting the overall health and well-being by addressing the root cause of the imbalance. Homeopathy aims to restore the body's natural equilibrium, promote long-term healing. Now it is the one of another thing that homeopathic disease is not curing or alleviating the symptoms for the time being, but it heals for a long term, for a long time. And the concept of disease and healing in the context of self-regulatory phenomena highlights the body's ability to heal himself and maintain balance even in the face of stress and environmental challenges. This is also a thing which has been defined in the Organon of Medicine. In other words, homeopathy seeks a support and strengthen this self-regulatory mechanism by using highly diluted potentized substances that can stimulate the body's own healing responses. This is also a new thing which Hahnemann has gifted to us, the highly diluted things. This is a new aspect of pharmacology, a new aspect of effectiveness or characteristic of certain substances that may cause certain changes to restore the self-regulatory phenomena beside without harming any organ. The scope of homeopathy, now we are coming to the scope, that is our today's main objective of this discussion. Homeopathy, the scope is defined in Organon of Medicine is vast, very vast. Why it is vast? Because it's not limited with the name of diseases. It is not limited with the certain particular conditions of the diseases. It is not limited with the certain particular causes of the diseases. It is vast because it works by stimulating the self-regulatory phenomena, as it can be used to treat the wide range of acute and chronic conditions. This is the scope of homeopathy, which has been defined in Organon of Medicine. Homeopathy is particularly well suited to treating the chronic conditions that may not respond well to conventional treatment or that may have a strong psychological component. This is also one of things which Hahnemann has rendered to us, that it is entirely effective with a strong psychological component. In addition to treating the physical symptoms, homeopathy can also be used to address the mental and emotional imbalance. It means it can also be used in psychiatry, as we call today's therapeutics. Homeopathic remedies are selected based on the person's unique symptoms and overall state of health, rather than just a specific disease or condition. This holistic approach can help to promote overall health and well-being rather than treating the individual symptom. While the effectiveness of homeopathy is sometimes debated, there is a growing body of the research that support its use as safe and effective from the complementary medicine. This is also one of the factor of the scope of homeopathy in context of organon of medicine. Homeopathy recognized as a valid form of healthcare in many countries, as is often used alongside the conventional treatment to support healing and improve the outcomes. Homeopathy works by stimulating the body's self-healing mechanism, restoring the balance to the vital force, as we have called before. The term which has been used by the Hahnemann was the vital force, and the term we have is manipulated is self-regulatory phenomena, which is in turn promotes the homeostasis and health. Homeopathic remedies are selected based on the individual's unique symptoms and all over the state of the health, and to address the underlying disturbance in the vital force. And in the last, I will say that overall, homeopathic offers the holistic approach to the health of and healing, focusing on the individual as a whole rather than just their symptoms. Its goal to support the body's own self-regulatory mechanism and promote long-term healing and well-being. This is the scope of homeopathy in context of the organon of medicine. That's all from my side, and house is open to ask any question.
Thank you, Dr. ILAHI BUX. A lot of serious deliberations are needed, of course, because it's a really vast subject and totally philosophical one. It can be explained different way. We all said about this aphorism. From aphorism up to 83, it is said that is theoretical part, the remaining part is practical, but we can see that a lot of important components are there in the theoretical part with practical aspects. Similarly, a lot of theories are in the practical aspect also. Time for discussion. Those who would like to participate can go to the participant list and raise your hand. Of course, Dr. Beatrice Desner, Madam, your opinion is very valuable from Germany. Plus, unmute. She is making a lot of preparing a lot of notes during discussion. I am listening that. Please proceed, Madam.
Yes, thank you. And thank you very much for explaining so well and repeating so well that we really are not treating symptoms, we are treating the situation and the general being of our patients. That's very, very important to have in mind. I would like to ask you one question, sir. You have been talking about the 6th edition of the Organon. Yes? And my question is, one of the important parts of the 6th edition of the Organon is the development of the LM potencies. And are you working in your clinic with LM potencies? Because I am working a lot in my clinic and I really like that form of administration. So that's my question to you, sir.
Thank you, doctor, for listening my whatsoever I have uttered about the Organon of Medicine. I usually refer to the 6th edition of the Organon of Medicine, but it is my hobby to go back how it has been developed. I have gone through the 1st edition also and 5th edition also. So far as the in-between editions are concerned, they are less available, and that's why I am not able to go in these editions. But I will prefer the 6th edition of the Organon of Medicine. So far as the potencies and so far as my practice is concerned, I never use any mother tincture in my clinic. I am running my clinic rest from the 1980. It means it become 43 years, and my source of income and my only earning thing is homeopathy, nothing else. Though I was a teacher, but I have delivered my services voluntarily to the institution, and through the homeopathy. And in my clinic, there is nothing like multiple drugs. There is nothing like compound medicines, and there is nothing like mother tinctures, and there is nothing like other system of things which are supporting to other things. I personally like to prefer the single remedies, and if it is quite necessary, I can supplement the other single one, but I prefer to use the homeopathy.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, definitely only a highly confident person can avoid these mother tinctures and the polypharmacy. And of course, you are a teacher in this organ of medicine, and I hope that you can do it. Now it's Dr. Hariharan, sir. Please, you can unmute now. Yes, sir. Please unmute. Dr. Hariharan, sir, please.
Okay. Manoj, some disturbance is going on. See,
yes. Please.
Respected doctor, I really respect you because your observation is very, very high. The modern science says says about homeostasis. What you said is very correct. Our internal system is trying to coming to normal by see taking the homeopathic medicine in appropriate doses. That is very, very correct. And really, I am respecting you. Sir, I want to know, see, any identical relation with the prana and vital force in your observation? That is one of my questions. Another question is that when Dr. Samuel Hahnemann realized that derangement of vital force is the cause of symptoms.
Sir, please ask one by one, sir. Then it will be
Okay, first
Yes,
question
yes.
is
Yes.
can you say any identical relation with the prana and vital force?
One question at a time. Yes, sir, please.
Yes. Doctor, respected doctor, if I am right to understand that you are asking about the something spiritual intermingling with the vital force. No doubt in homeopathy, the arrangement of the vital force, we can say measurement of this regulatory phenomena is the main cause of disease. And our system of medicine, our very light, well diluted disease, we chose on the line in the line of prescribed methodology which has been given to us by the Hahnemann, Samuel Hahnemann. We can regain, we can recorrect the impairment of this trauma.
So very good, doctor. Respected you. See, another question is that when Hahnemann understood that derangement of vital force is the cause of disease.
Okay. I am unmuted or muted?
Yes, you can proceed, sir. You are
Yes.
unmuted. Yes, please.
Yes. Yes, respected doctor. That as far as I know the Hahnemann's life, homeopathic factors or homeopathic thoughts start from the similia similibus currenter, or you can say that the degree of dilution can revert the characteristics of the substances. There was no concept of vital force or any such spiritual force in initial phase of the Hahnemann's thoughts. But as Hahnemann goes through the more different experiences, he become able to explore that there is something which is underlying in our body and can balancing our system of equilibrium, and will be helpful to restore our health. So we can say that Hahnemann in initial stage he was not denoting the vital force, but in the 6th edition the word vital force was introduces.
Okay, doctor. Respected doctor, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Dr. Hariharan, for your questions. If anybody would like to participate in this subject, and of course, we all know that it's a common consensus or is everybody's percept is that it's a dry subject. What is more important is the body language of the person who is taking the class is very much important. And of course, the sound modulation, the additions of topics, then the intelligent co-optation of different subjects is very important to make it more interesting. Of course, in the recent days, we recognize that this science, the science of homeopathy, is very much applicable wherever life existing. It is in case of this field of agriculture, it is very much it is useful. Then in case of this veterinary science, it's very much useful. And our Dr. Iqbal Singh is here to have some comments on that. So what about the use of this homeopathic medicines in your field? Dr. Iqbal Singh, please unmute now, sir. Yes, Dr. Iqbal Singh, are you there? I think unfortunately, the vital force of this system is disrupted. That is the network. Just like, yes, Dr. Iqbal Singh, sir, please. What is your comments on that? The application of homeopathy. Yes, sir, please.
Good evening, sir. Dr. Iqbal Singh. I'm using homeopathy in veterinary. Wonderful result. For us to individualize the cases, but in infectious and contagious diseases, to genus epidemicus, we got very nice result to control an outbreak and multi-diseases. Those are very fatal. My question to sir is that how the external factors affect the vital force or self-regulatory phenomenon in the body, that how they deviate. This is my question.
Yes, please unmute, Dr. ILAHI BUX, sir, please unmute. You are muted because of the audio disturbance. Yes, please unmute, sir. Yeah.
Thank you. Respected doctor, your question is a very, very nice question and very important question. As we have discussed that external factor can also impair our self-regulatory phenomena. It also includes the external factors, also include the very tiny particles, very major and very huge particles, and very microorganisms. All these are the external factors that can also disrupt our internal phenomena, internal self-regulatory phenomena, or we can say that in homeopathic language that they derange our vital force. And in result, we face certain symptoms and we face certain diseases. And we can treat, how we can treat these conditions. As you have said that in case of any epidemic or in case of epidemic-like conditions, there may be some protocol which can be prepared or operating method can be ever developed to tackle if the masses are involved in the same conditions. But the individualization will exist so far. Even the causative factor may be the same.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
That's also a nice question, very intelligent one. Even though it is not in the form of dynamic media or not reach up to that level, it can interfere. We all know that the chemicals, the sunlight, so many things that will always destroy or disturb the life force or vital force. So also in case of this dynamized medicine, that can also influence it, because we as a living organism is always interacting with the external world. So any substance that is in and around the external world will definitely interact with us. There is no doubt about that. That's the most important thing. And regarding this homeopathy, to get more idea regarding the fundamentals of homeopathy, it's better to always have a good reading on these lectures on theory and practice of homeopathy by Dudgeon. Everybody will get a more idea regarding the deeper aspects of this homeopathic science. Then again, the important points is the potentization. Of course, Without that procedure, that even though it looks quite strange, and somebody underestimated by saying that it's dilutions, it is not at all dilutions. That Hanuman expresses his unhappiness by or using these terms is dilutions to discredit homeopathy. That is his word. So no homeopathic students or professionals should use that word homeopathy dilutions. It's a potentized medicine in diluted form. That can be said. So by using a fixed scale and by undergoing a process of this succussion, how it's only a dilution. It is a potencies. That is most important thing. Then again, the use of these characteristic symptoms and the mental symptoms. It is a novelty of the science, this medical science. I think no other systems of medicine is never bother about these individual symptoms. The aggravation of individual symptoms is the definition given by Hanuman, the homeopathic aggravation. His own disease, aggravation of his own disease, which science can explain about this, his own science, this component, except homeopathy. Everybody knows that the pain, the disturbance, the fear, the fright, well, all these things has got an individual component. Dr. Beatrice, what is your opinion?
My opinion is that it was a genius invention to potentize remedies and to individualize remedies. And you know, the succussion, the idea, we don't know how Hahnemann did get that idea, but we know he was married to the daughter of a pharmacist. And the pharmacists in these times were doing these things also. So there could be a certain idea also how he came to that idea to succuss the remedies, because that is making the big difference between a dilution and a potentized remedy.
Yes.
Yes.
Rightly said by Dudgeon, his passion for accuracy might have led him to. That is a word used by Dudgeon. His passion for, I just remember when Dr. Beatrice once said about this, the application of this LM potency by giving 5 drops into, I just remember that word of Dudgeon, because German has got this passion for accuracy. That led him. Then another thing is that to how to reduce the power of the dose, because he's a chemist also. Then another important observation made by this, I think, Richard Hughes, is that Hahnemann arrived to homeopathy when he became a father. He was very worried about how to give this potent drugs to the crude medicine to his children. In fact, that led to Hahnemann to discover a new methodology to cure disease. That was mentioned by, I think, Richard Hale was there. And I think it's time to wind up. It's my privilege to invite Dr. Beatrice, the most important person of this platform, to express a lot of thanks from Germany.
Yes.
Please, madam.
Yes, I'm so happy to be able to connect with you, great homeopathic colleagues in India. And really, Dr. Bux, for me, it's incredible how you are studying the organons of our great master in your countries. And I can feel all the love you feel for that organon and the deep understanding of the daily work, which is explained in the organon. So I'm very, very happy to see you here and giving your knowledge to IFPH. And thank you very much also to all the members of IFPH who make it possible that we can meet here around the world.
Yes. Well, that was the end of today's English session, day 942. It's time to say goodbye. Hope you to be the same day tomorrow. Till then, goodbye. And over Dr. Hubert De Silva to continue the program in Malayalam. Thank you.
Thank you.